Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Manchester United Save here over on YouTube. Hopefully, you are well. Hopefully, you've had a great start to the new year. And boy, have we got a massive episode in store for you guys here today. Before we get started, you can see we have the Community Shield. Obviously, we've got the Community Shield final because we won the FA Cup last season. And if you haven't seen the last episode of this series, I'm going to put a little timestamp in now. Make sure you go watch that and catch up to see why we're continuing the Man United save. But we are changing the shape of the save a little bit. And on screen right now, you'll see our Glory Hunter theme that we're going to try and continue throughout the save. So we've got the FA Cup that we've won and the Champions League that we've won. We need to try and win the Premier League this season to make sure that we can get this done. So let's transition back over to FM, and I'm going to show you some of the work we've been putting in whilst you guys have not been here. So on the transfers out, Alex Telles gone to PSG. Diogo Dalot gone to PSG. So we've sold them £75 million worth of our backup fullbacks to fund some moves that we've got coming in. Phil Jones gone for £3.5 million, and then a lot of free transfers. You can see Edison Cavani gone, which is big wages off the books. We've also got Brandon Williams, who's taken about a half wage cut to go and play at Cardiff, so at least we got rid of about 25,000 a week. Matthias Arezzo is a really interesting one. He's gone on loan to Galatasaray so that we can try and get him a work permit, but hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully, but ideally we win the Premier League this season, and then we actually might be able to pick Arezzo at our new club. But on the ins, you knew about some of these transfers. We've got Kessie in, we got Sula in, we got Luke Thomas in, and we got Adrian Rabiot in. And you might be saying, Paulie, how's this a big transfer window? What have you done? That's not a big transfer window. You've made 80 million. You've only spent 39. Here's where it gets interesting. So some of the deals that I made they technically came through last season because we had the Club World Cup. So Erling Haaland in for a grand total of 161 and 92 million of it up front. Then we've got Yeremy Pino. So that's Erling Haaland. He's going to play alongside Cristiano Ronaldo up front. He looks absolutely fantastic. We've then gone and got Yeremy Pino to give us options on either wing. He can play on the left or the right. Looked absolutely fantastic. We've also gone and got Jamal Musiala, another absolutely brilliant winger. We've also gone and brought in Sesko last season, so we got him to add to the squad. And in pre-season, he's been very, very good. And we also know he's really good in the game. We've got Umar Solé, who we technically signed last season, but another one that came in this season, and he looks fantastic as a sort of fourth choice centre-back behind who we've already got. We've got Serginho Dest, who's that real Diogo Dalot replacement for me. He can play fullback on both sides. He's very, very good on both feet. So him and Luke Thomas and Luke Shaw can all fight it out on that left-hand side. We've also got George Bello in, who's a really young, up-and-coming, promising left-back as well. So obviously Serginho Dest will play more on that right-hand side with Wan-Bissaka, which is going to be exciting. But we've also got Matthias Arezzo, who came in last season. Same with Burak Yilmaz, who does look very, very good, but just doesn't suit our system. So we paid 1 million for him. He's valued at 20, so hopefully we can get some good funds back in. And then we've got a Ghanaian winger here, Issacar Abdul Fatawu, who's meant to be one of those guys on FM that's meant to grow massively. We obviously can't do too much for him. We can't get him a work permit, so we're going to have to try and loan him out this season. But he does look quite good, but for Manchester United, maybe just lacking that little bit. So this is how pre-season's gone so far. So we beat Athletic Mineiro in the quarterfinal. We then lost to Liverpool on penalties in the semi-final of the Club World Cup, and we came third by beating Manchester City 3-1. We then had Frankfurt, a couple Korean teams, I think they are. It's our pre-season game, so it wasn't too exciting. But in this episode, we are taking on Liverpool in the Community Shield final. So if you are excited, make sure you smash a thumbs up on this episode. It's only going to be the one game here today, guys. And then this is the team: Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Sula, Varane, Shaw, Kessie, Bruno, Sancho, Greenwood, Ronaldo, Haaland. I'm actually thinking, do I want to make one more change to this team? And I do. Let's get Serginho Dest in the lineup. And I want to maybe bring a fullback with us. So we've got Pino, who can play both wings and up front. We've got Musiala. I think Sesko's the one that's going to miss out. So Serginho Dest jumps over to right back. So we've got the coverage. He can go to left back if needed as well. So I am very, very excited. We've still got Benesa, who's not in the squad. Rashford's not in the squad. Donny's not in the squad. Diallo's not in the squad. These are all guys that and Rabiot's not even in the squad. He's that box to box option for. Actually, we're going to get rid of Harry Maguire because Solé can give us that extra coverage on the bench too. So we'll bring Rabiot as the box to box midfielder for us. So let's get into the game. I'm hoping that Ronaldo and Haaland can just absolutely rain goals for us here today because we are looking like the team is in a great spot, and I'm very, very excited to see what we can do in the Premier League this season. We came home extremely strong in the league last season. This is the Liverpool team though, so Firmino, Mane, Salah, Fabinho, Rice, Henderson, Trent, Gomez, Virgil, Robbo and Alisson. So one major addition to the Liverpool team that we saw from last year is getting Declan Rice into their midfield, which that's going to present some different challenges for us. Obviously, when we played them in the FA Cup, we played them in the semi-final because we played Arsenal in the final. They were throwing midfielders everywhere. They obviously didn't have the depth, which was, for us, it played into our hands because they really struggled to cope with our midfield. But if there's any signings you think, number one, we should make, and number two, players that you should leave, let me know in the comments below because there is still time in the transfer window. And by the time this episode goes live, I'll still be in the transfer window. So no issues there, as Haaland has a great effort there saved by Alisson. And I'm just excited to see what our front four, whoever it ends up being, whether it's Musiala, Pino, Haaland, Ronaldo, Sesko, Greenwood, Rashford, there's just so many options that we've got. I think I said Greenwood twice there, but we've got so many options up front. It's just, we can cover so many systems, we can cover so many injuries and suspensions and competitions. As I said last season, though, I did focus a lot on the Champions League and we managed to win that straight away, which was fantastic for us. So this season, the focus is winning the Premier League because I want to try and get out of Manchester United as soon as possible. And the way we get out of Manchester United is by winning the Barclays Premier League. So we got to try and make sure we win the Premier League this season. I wouldn't want to verse this team in Europe. So the good thing is we don't have to win the Champions League anymore because we've already won it with Manchester United. So we're going to have to try and go to a team that's number one, going to win the Europa League. So we might have to try and look for a sleeping giant. But one issue with my database, which I found out today, was I didn't have all the leagues loaded as playable. But what I've done is I've gone into the editor, I've added the leagues in, but they don't come into effect as of the end of this season. So we just need to be patient. We're not going to be able to leave Manchester United anyway because I feel like we've got a team that's going to win the league. So hopefully things go to plan. We win the league. My concern is that the jobs might not open at the start of when the leagues come in because there shouldn't be much movement unless the game recognises that some big teams have struggled. Obviously, we'll be going outside of the Premier League, so we're looking at Bundesliga, we're looking at Serie A, we're looking in the French League, and we're looking in Spain. So we've got to try and figure out where we're going to go with that. But we'll make those decisions later down the line. But as things go at the moment, Kessie trying to pick out Serginho Dest, we can get caught on the break here. Greenwood finds Erling Haaland. Surely he gets his first goal of the season. And whoa, and Erling Haaland has put that wide. That's not what I wanted to see from the £161 million player. Let me know in the comments as well. Is this the best transfer window you've ever seen on FM? I think this is probably my best transfer window, but let me know if you guys have had better. And if you have had better ones and you've got screenshots of it, get those screenshots in the comments. I'd love to see your transfer windows as Greenwood just dives in, takes a real bad challenge there, brings down the Liverpool attacker. Up steps Mo Salah. Is he going to score? And it's Dean Henderson. What a save in the Charity Shield final, keeping Mohamed Salah out, keeping us at a clean slate. And here comes the corner. Verge, well dealt with by Bruno of all people, and Ronaldo drops deep to pick the ball up. How are we looking so far? 50-50, threes and ones to both teams for shots. So very, very even game here with Liverpool. And we know that them and Man City are going to be some real tough competition to overcome. The other thing is, do we live and die by the 4-2-2? We need to consider what's our shape going to look like in big games. Do we just go aggressive and we go, yeah, we've got a fantastic squad and we're just going to throw everything at everybody and we're just going to, do what we need to do to win all these games? Or do we want to have a 4-3-3 maybe set up where we bring a Benesa in, drop Kessie back a line, play with Bruno and Benesa and be a bit more possession dominant rather than just sort of throw four people forward and just smash people by opportunity? So let me know in the comments. We'll probably get on Twitch at some point in this save as well, especially with Manchester United, because I know you guys are loving it. So If you haven't already, make sure you come over to Twitch at Paulie29 and follow, because I do appreciate it, number one, but then you also get to see all this content live. And what a ball to Mo Salah, and bang, Liverpool strike first. They take first blood. They go 1-0 up in the Community Shield final. Although this isn't a trophy that's on our little spreadsheet, this is one that I'd still like to claim, as well as the Carabao Cup. It would have been cool last year if we did, the treble with the Champions League and the 2 domestic cups. I think that would have been absolutely fantastic. But Liverpool are pressing really high, and we're out now, and it's Jadon Sancho. He's got Erling Haaland at the back post. I think he did play with Erling Haaland for one season. The former teammates link up. Virgil and Alisson are just playing with fire at the back, and we're unable to find the back of the net there, which is a bit disappointing. So can we just try and turn our luck a little bit here? Liverpool starting to really dominate this game, and this is where I don't have the other, another shape. They're playing the 4-3-3. They're controlling the ball a little bit better than we are. Obviously, the space isn't going to be there in behind. Bruno goes flying in with that challenge, and they find Robertson out the other side. And here come Liverpool. This is not what I want to see. It's Declan Rice. Good ball towards Salah at the back post once again. Luke Shaw has been cleaned up twice there by Mo Salah, and that's not what we want to see. But here we go. It's Alisson, Gomez. Can we press high? Can we win this ball and then go quick on the counter-attack? It's Kessie versus Declan Rice. Varane does really well to read that ball. Greenwood, Ronaldo. Ronaldo turns Fabinho. He's away. It's Erling Haaland. You're on your left foot. Just have a shot at goal. It's Ronaldo. It's Greenwood. Can we just muster up a chance here through Luke Shaw, who provided so many assists for us last year? It's Mason Greenwood, who's almost chipped Alisson Becker there, which would have been fantastic. It ends the highlight, but we get an instant highlight straight back with Dean Henderson. And these don't normally end well for me, but can Haaland compete for the ball? He does. He finds Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's offside, it looks like, which is a bit unfortunate because that was a great shot and a great save by Alisson Becker. So let's encourage the boys one more time. They look mostly enthused, except for Jadon Sancho, which is surprising, but not one of our players is over a 7-match rating. So I'm going to be asking for them to dig a little bit deeper at halftime. Hopefully we can go in only 1-0 down as Mane goes through. Sadio Mane looks for the edge of the box for Robertson. It's deflected back to Henderson, and our Henderson manages to claim the loose ball. So let's just get in. Let's figure out what's gone wrong. Can we maybe find a different way of playing that's going to get us a few more opportunities here? So I don't think changing the shape is going to do much at the moment. So let's go. I'm going to... Do I pump my fist? That wasn't good enough. That's what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to say... I'm going to point my finger. I'm going to say I'm not happy with the defensive work. I'm not happy with the playmaking. And I'm not happy with the finishing. There we go. Everyone is motivated. That's what we want to see. Can we inspire our players for a comeback here in the Charity Shield final? Luke Shaw, we find him straight away. Can we whip a ball in? We do towards Jadon Sancho, but we can't link up with him. And that's a better start. To start the half, we've started with some intent and some pressure. I'm going to go very attacking. I've seen this work a little bit. I'm going to change Bruno. What we're going to do is I'm going to make a tactical change here. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go double complete wing backs on attack. So they are going to absolutely fly down the wing for us. I'm going to flip these guys. I'm going to make you an inverted winger on support. I'm going to make you an inverted winger on support. Who comes off now? I think Ronaldo is going to go to the left. Haaland stays up front. Sancho drops down there. Haaland drops into the number 9 position as the advanced forward. And we're going to go double centre midfielders on attack. And we've got Kessie there as just a pure defensive midfielder. We'll go ball winner on defend, I reckon. We'll go ball winner on defend. And then we're going to bring on Rabiot as a centre mid on attack to play with Bruno Fernandes. So we're throwing everything at this. It sounds a bit weird taking a striker off for a midfielder, but the runs we get from the centre mids, they come and make this into like an attacking 5. So we've gone very attacking. Let me just check the instructions first as well. The width, I'm going to bring it down to wide. We're going to focus down the wings. No, we're not. We're going to focus through the middle. We're going to go a bit more direct. We're going to hit those early crosses towards Erling Haaland. And I want us to dribble less. And I want us to be counter-pressing. I want us to distribute to the flanks. and I want us pressing, and I want us to trigger press more often. Let's go. Here we go. Can we turn it around? Can this be the shape that we utilise more so in the future? Obviously, I wouldn't do it with the two complete wing backs on attack, but that's only because we're chasing at the moment. We're looking for a goal, but I would probably leave one on support and then one complete wing back on attack to really help out the attack here. But with extended highlights, we finally see one. We've gone wide towards Greenwood and find nothing. But I want to see the intensity now in our pressing. Can we close the spaces down? Can we match Liverpool for those positional areas? That's what I want to see. It's Jordan Henderson with a booming header from the edge of the penalty spot who puts Liverpool 2-0 ahead in the Community Shield final. That's not what I want to see. That is very, very disappointing. We've only had 3 shots on target. For this team to have 7 shots and only 3 on target is so out of character. But here we go. Henderson hoofs it to Kessie. We turn. We don't win the ball, though. It's Mane. Can we just find something? Rabiot, Ronaldo. We've got to go direct here. And we look for Haaland, and we do not find him. And that sort of sums up what we've been dealing with. What a ball from Trent, who finds Mane one-on-one with Serginho Dest. And Liverpool have been picking us off in those areas. Time to make some changes. Greenwood's going to come off. Yeremy Pino is going to jump on. Musiala's going to jump on for Ronaldo. We just need fresh legs. I need these guys to give me everything. These young wingers, can they give us all their energy? It's Bruno. We find Greenwood. I should see an overlap here from Dest. We don't. It goes out for a corner, so we can get our subs on at least. Greenwood is absolutely spent as well, so that's probably a good thing that we've got Pino and Musiala on to give us that extra run in the midfield. Can we just find something to turn our fortunes around? 7 shots, 3 on target. We really need to start creating more opportunities in this game. Liverpool still yet to make a change. We've had a couple more shots. We're starting to get a bit more dominance. Jeremy Pino, don't get yourself sent off, please. It's Sadio Mane, though. Mane cuts it back and it finds its way out for a corner, which I can live with. With just over 15 minutes to play now, Robertson whips a good ball into the back post. No one gets on it. That's fine with me. And can we see a highlight? I'm going to demand more from our boys here because I'm still not impressed with the performance. And here we go. It's Virgil. It's Declan Rice. Trent has so much space. The inside run of Mo Salah. Ball across the box. And Mane should be finishing that off. We have got an absolute lifeline there, and we need to make this work for us. It's Robertson, whips a good ball in. Varane deals with it, falls back out to Andy Robertson. Can we just create a chance for ourselves? Do we get 5 subs here? Surely not. Who else is absolutely spent? Luke Shaw's injured now. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, we do. All right, Desco on the left. And then McTominay for Bruno, I'm going to do. And then we'll put Kessie there. All right, let's go. Come on, fellas. Can we find... We need one. If we can get 1 goal here very quickly, then we might have a chance in this game. But it looks like time might be running thin. It's Musiala. It's Rabiot. Varane flicks it on. Musiala just needs to get a ball in the box. Rabiot. Haaland. Rabiot. Kessie. There's one. We've got one back. There we go. Come on. Can we find a second? Frank Kessie gets moved into that more advanced position. Let's encourage Frank Kessie and the boys. Can we find a second? And I think it goes straight to penalty shootout as well. So if we can get that second goal, can we find our way into a shootout? It's Kessie looking for Wan-Bissaka and couldn't. And here we go. It's Declan Rice. It's Fabinho. We actually haven't looked too bad defensively as Kessie gets himself sent off, which is absolutely fantastic. For our shape, all right, I'm going to put McTominay in there and we'll make him a ball winner on defend, but he'll just sort of be that little bit higher up the pitch, which means we might get hit on the break, but whatever, we'll have to deal with it at this point. But I think going into this shape, we've actually looked okay. We have given up some chances, which has been disappointing. Declan Rice with an absolute bender of a chance there that doesn't make its way into the top corner. But here we go, it's highlight time. And when you've got Erling Haaland on the pitch, anything can happen. Haaland, Rabiot, Varane. We've got so much quality on this pitch, and Varane does that. We've got so many good players, and that's how we play out of it. But here we go, it's Yeremy Pino trying to close down, but we're down the extra man, and we're trying to trigger press with Liverpool with the extra man. So we're going to struggle, especially in the midfield, to try and contain this Liverpool team, but we just need to do our best. The boys need to just put the effort in with the running. It's Mo Salah. Liverpool picked us off. What a challenge from Dest. That is last-ditch defending if I've ever seen it. I'm going to encourage the boys one more time just to try and get them up and about. Liverpool starting to time waste. Can we try and hit them on the break here, potentially, as McTominay clears? Do we see one more highlight? 5 more minutes to play. Do we see a highlight here, YouTube? It would be fantastic if we can just somehow scrape this into penalties, but it's not looking likely. We've fought valiantly here in the second half, but it wasn't enough. We have lost. Yeah, we've definitely lost now. They're just holding the ball. That's got to be it, surely. Surely they don't lose the ball here and we go on the break. Let's have a look. Trent, Mo. Oh, I thought Dest was going to throw a leg in there. It's Thiago, ball across. They're making a couple of changes here. How are they getting this corner? This makes no sense. We're 2 minutes over now on the time for this game, but I think that's all we've got time for. McTominay clears, Thiago recovers, Joe Gomez, Virgil's going to have a shot. No, he's not. Finds Curtis Jones, Robbo. Look how well they're holding the ball here. And this is what we're going to have to deal with this season, guys. Liverpool are not going to be easy opponents for us to deal with. Musiala does well. Haaland can't get there. This game is still going. Musiala, Dest. Can we find an attack? I don't think we will. Rabiot, Musiala. Had to release Serginho Dest there. We've gone long. That's got to be time. There it is. 97.5 minutes in of +5. We don't want to watch Liverpool raising the trophy, but I'm going to go outstretched arms despite the result. I was pleased with performance. And let me know in the comments, do we stick? I think we stick 4-2-4. And if it's not working, we go 4-3-3. So if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you come over to Twitch and follow at Paulie29. And I'll see you very, very soon for another episode of our Glory Hunter.